Let's see. You just need, where are the balls? Squishy balls here. Yeah, there they are. There you go. You want to see? How was summer? Good. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. There. I'm gonna go right here. So you're just come back a little bit. And the class is on Zoom, just to let it. So I kind of talked to. But I will be right here at the front. Yeah, just squishy ball. Someone. Oh. Okay. Good. Good. Awesome. Okay, guys. So squishy ball, please. We will, anyone's welcome to point these pens. I know, it's not even hot outside. Okay, so we're gonna start on our mats. Grab your squishy ball. Right. Have your weights down by your sides, have your ball between your inner thighs, and just slide right on there. Right. So finding your neutral on the mat, starting from the top, we'll work our way down. So think about your head being nice and heavy behind you. Your collarbones are wide, shoulder blades are flat. Your arms can just be nice and heavy with your palms facing up. Your rib cage is a little bit tight around your center. Tailbone is heavy and tipped away from you. And then feet are just a little bit closer than hip distance apart, so you can feel a squeeze with your inner thighs. You should be able to touch your heels with your fingertips. And then from there, we're just going to start with the inner thigh squeezes. So just gently squeezing that ball, feeling the insides of your legs connect. Not actually touch, but feel them kind of squeeze together. And then just slowly release. So as you squeeze in, think about your belly button pulling into your spine that little bit. So inner thighs now work together. Have a little breath. And then slow release. So go for 3 more like this. As you're squeezing your inner thighs, try not to squeeze your glutes. So inner thighs are working, but glutes are not. Hold your squeeze. And then little release. Go one more. Hold your squeeze. Take a breath. Feel how your abs are working with those inner thighs. Now belly button into your spine. Press through your heels and lift your hips. Stay there, so take a nice big breath. Knees are reaching away from the top of your head. Let's give those inner thighs an extra squeeze and then just slowly roll down. So soften through your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Back down to neutral. Release your inner thighs and then start again. So inner thigh squeeze, belly button pulls into your spine, press through those heels, lift those hips right up. Again, knees reaching away from the top of your head. Squeeze those inner thighs a little tighter and then slowly roll all the way down. Now you can grab your weights if you want, so you can reach your arms up, making sure your shoulder blades are heavy against the mat, so collarbones are wide. Squeeze your inner thighs, belly button to spine, press and lift those hips. Holding up there, take a nice breath, and then slowly roll down. Keep those inner thighs squeezing all the way down and come to neutral. We're gonna add some arms this time. So inner thighs squeeze, belly button in, press through those heels, lift. This time reach your arms overhead. Keeping your ribs tight around your center, you'll two more like that. Squeeze those inner thighs, belly button to spine. Press right up. Holding. Reach your arms. Ribs stay tight around your center. Slowly articulate down. Thighs go. One more like this. Inner thighs squeeze. Belly button. Right up. Arms overhead. And then slowly let's roll all the way. Right down to neutral. Arms up to the ceiling. And then stay. So just keep your legs where they are. We're just going to open our arms wide. So as you open your arms, keep your ribs tight around your center. And then press your arms back up to the ceiling. Then get some exhale as you open, keeping those ribs tight around your center. Inhale back up. Exhale. Really isolating. It's your arms moving. Nothing else really changes in your body. Now keep your left arm where it is. Open just your right arm wide. Keep that left shoulder blade heavy. And then press back up. Left arm opens. Right shoulder blade stays heavy. And press. One more each way like that. So really feeling your weight is staying even in your hips. It's even in your shoulders. And press. Now let's roll back up. So inner thighs, please press through your heels with those hips. Stay there. Now switch arms again. So right arm opens. And then back up. Even weight on those shoulders. Even weight on your feet. Left arm opens. And press. Now let's add a little hip drop. So you're going to lower your hips. Open your right arm. And press everything back up. Lower your hips. Open your left arm. And press. So as you're alternating arms, you're not letting your weight shift in your shoulders. As you press your hips up, give those inner thighs an extra little squeeze. Got 4. Press those heels. Lift. 3. Press and lift. Last 2. Press those heels up. And then one more. Press all the way up and then just right back down. And then lower your arms. Awesome. Okay. So from here, keep your pelvis neutral. Ribs are still tight around your center. Turn your palms to face up, and then let's lift our heels. So you're just on your tippy toes. Okay. So ribs stay tight. Ribs are going to want to lift. Hopefully, we are able to keep them heavy against the mat. Keep that little neutral, and then lift your right leg up. So gentle little squeeze of those inner thighs, and lift your left leg up to tabletop. All right. So hold right there. Knees approximately over your hips. If you feel your back, bring your knees closer to your chest. From here, we're going to keep our knees where they are. All we're going to do is squeeze our inner thighs. Little inner thigh squeeze, and then little release. So as you squeeze your inner thighs, use your breath. Feel those low abs deepening and release. So 4 like this. Nothing else changes in your body. Inner thighs squeeze together. And release. 3. And release. Last 2 like this. Release. One more exhale. Squeeze in and stay. Now from there, move both knees 1 inch away from you. Go towards me. And then bring them back in. So as your thighs move away, feel those abs deepen. If you want, you can do the inner thigh squeeze and then move your thighs away. And back. Tiny little movement, tons of low abs. 3. And back. Let's go for 2. That upper body stays nice and quiet. Last one out, that little bit. Back in, lower your right toes down, lower your left, lower those heels, and take a breath. Job, guys. Okay. Now fall underneath your right foot. Have your left foot just on the mat. So we'll give you a few options. If you haven't done this before, definitely kind of stick with the first 1 or 2 options. If not, you can go whatever you want to do. All right. So pelvis is evenly weighted. Shoulders are nice and even as well. We're going to start with our left heel lifting. So you're just on your left toes. So that's kind of option 1. Left heel is lifted, but your toes are down. Now think about your right foot being a little bit light on top of the ball. Even weight for both sides of your body. We're just going to roll that right leg, roll the ball with your think about your low abs working, keeping your pelvis nice and still. If anyone wants another ab, you can bring your left leg right off the mat into tabletop, like I am here. But remember, the most important thing is keeping your body stable. So even weight from right to left in your body. Two more like this. Reach. And one more, we're gonna reach. And stay. Now from there, we're gonna bring our hands behind our tuck your chin, curl up to flexion. So you're looking down towards your knees. Take a breath. Your right foot is still light on the ball. Remember, you can be here or here. And we're gonna reach our right leg long. As we pull it in, curl your upper body up and extra. So it's pretty small. Reaching away, upper body comes back slightly, pulling in, curl up that extra inch. Try to keep that right foot nice and light as you reach. Keep it light as you come in. 3 more. Spinning back. To remember, this is work. You're working, 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 right? This is not a break. Last one. Come right on up. Holding there. Let's all lower our left toes together. Lower your body all the way. Let that right foot be heavy. And then pop the ball underneath your left foot. And so we will start. Just relax with your upper body. Start with your right heel lifted. So remember, you can stay here. Your left foot is going to be a little bit light. Starting just that left leg, rolling the ball away. And then pulling back in. You can play around with that. If you let your leg be heavy, you're not going to feel anything at all in your core. If you keep it light, that's where the real work comes in. You can lift your right leg to tabletop if you want. Reaching. So 3 more like that. Really think about that nice even weight through both sides of your body. 1 more. Reach. Hands behind your head. Tuck your chin, curl up to flexion. Remember, you want to bring your right foot down at any point. You're going to reach that left knee long. As you bring it back, you curl up an extra inch. So it's a reach and a lengthen. Top of your head reaches away from the tip of your toes. All the way back. Lengthening here. That is work. This is still work. For 4. And 3. Reaching. When you're back, definitely bring your right foot down. That's totally fine. 2. Last one. Reach. Over your right foot. If it's up, let your left foot be heavy and then lower all the way down. Good job, guys. Let's pop that ball back underneath your right foot. Feet still about hip distance apart. Okay. So now we're going to have a little bit of pressure into our right foot. We don't want to put all our weight into it. Most of our weight is going to be in our left heel specifically. So let's have our hands by our sides, palms facing up. You're going to press through your left heel and lift your hips right up to the ceiling. So obviously your feet are at different levels. Let's try to keep our hips as level as we can. Make any adjustments that you need to. Kind of see what's going on there. Ribs are going to stay tight around your center. If this is option 1, if anyone wants a little bit extra, you can grab your weights and reach your arms up. You can just have arms and weights. Okay, so a couple things I want you to think about. Your hips need to move together. From left to right, they need to move up and down together. Your left inner thigh is super important. You need to keep it squeezing toward your midline so your left leg doesn't fall out. All right. From here, all we're going to do is just drop our hips straight down. Remember, they're coming down together. Don't quite touch the mat. And then press straight back up, pressing through your left heel. So inhaling down and exhale up. Let's inhale down and reach your arms overhead if you want. And then exhale, press. Inhale down and press. So 4 more like this. Lowering with control. And up. 3. Stay tight around your center. How's that left inner thigh doing? It's still squeezing towards your midline, right? 2. Light up. Stay. So keep that pressure through your left heel. You're ready? Now you're just going to reach your right leg long. And then bring it back in. Try to keep your hips lifted. So right leg reaches and right leg pulls in. And we add arms, open your arms wide. And then pull back in. Constant pressure through your left heel. That's an isometric hold for your left glute now, right? We were moving with that left glute. Now we're holding. You should feel it moving. Go for 3. And in. Keep those hips nice and level. That's your core working, right? 2. And in. 1 more. Reach. Come back in. Stay. And then let's roll all the way down. Come back to neutral. Lower those arms down. Take a nice breath. And then the ball's going to go under your left foot. So finding that nice balance, feeling evenly weighted to both sides of your spine, even in your shoulders. We're going to give an extra little press to our right heel as we lift our hips up on this side. So take a peek down the ribs, hips, all nice and square. If you want the waist, you can reach your arms up to the ceiling. Let's stay right there. Now we're going to just drop hips together. Remember, inner thigh is important, so it's your right thigh on this side. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you press. Now reach those arms overhead. And forth. Inhaling down. Hips lower together and lift. Light touch on the ball with your left foot. That breath, exhale up. When those arms reach overhead, your ribs want to lift. Don't let them. Last 2. So that's your right glute moving you up and down right now. We're going to hold it now. So stay at the top. From here, just reach your left. And then pull back in. Constant pressure through your right heel to keep yourself nice and lifted. Add those arms if you want, arms wide with your left leg, and in. Reaching wide, and in. Hips stay level, waistlines are long, 5, and in. Right inner thigh still squeeze into your midline, 4, and in. 3 more, shoulder blades flat on the mat. Last 2. Last 1. All the way in and then lower all the way down. Arms. Hug those knees into your chest. Have a little roll around. One way and the other. And then straighten your legs right over in front of you. You can pop your ball up to the side. The legs can be about a distance apart. Still neutral, so the back of your rib cage is still nice and heavy. We're going to reach our arms up to the ceiling, pressing those shoulder blades down to the mat, and then we'll reach our arms overhead. So only reach as far as you can keep your ribs hugging around your center, right? If you reach too far, your back arches. We don't want that to happen, so just kind of pay attention to what's happening with your ribs. Arms are going to come up towards the ceiling as you tuck your chin. You're going to pull, roll up. So reach out to your toes, go all the way up. Reach out, stand up tall, and then come back. So rolling off your hip bones all the way back. Rolling shoulders back, all the way. Do it again, just like that. So tucking your chin, curling, reach towards those toes. Stand up tall. Now we'll back, hips back first, ribs back, shoulders back. Let's add on. Now we can lift a leg if you want. You can keep both legs down. If you want to lift a leg, you're going to do this. Even if you have both legs down, let's stay right here. Take a breath. You're going to reach that leg out. Back in. Do that again. So reach. If you have both legs down, just roll. One more leg. So we're going to reach, come back in, and then roll back. Even weight to both sides of your spine as you roll all the way. Okay. Over that leg, reach those arms. Take a nice breath. Same thing, other side. So even weight through both sides of your spine. Remember, you're going to connect the half roll back whether both legs are down or whether one is lifted. Holding there, have your leg lifted, let's extend. And in. Keep that right hand head reach. And in for two more. And in one more reach. And in and roll, rolling. Even weight through both sides of your body, reaching away. Nice big breath. Let's do that again. So we're going to bring our right leg up again. Both legs down, holding when you're there. You keep this leg where it is. You can do it both legs down if you want. We're going to rotate to open your right arm out. Nice big breath. And then come back through the same direction again. Left arm reaches forward, but your right reaches back. And in. One more. And in. Reach that right leg long as you go. Arms back overhead. Nice breath. Ready? Same thing. Left. Or keep both down. Left knee up. That little scoop. Even weight in your hips. Right arm is still reaching forward. Left arm opens out. 3. And really feel your ribs spinning around your spine. Last one. Lowering all the way, extend that leg, reach those arms back overhead. Just hang here, take a little breath. And then let's roll onto our left side. So you're going to grab your squishy ball. Squishy ball is going to go underneath your right knee. So we're going to come back to inner thighs here. Squishy ball under your right knee, your right foot is just be resting. If you want a little glute, we're going to get into this more. If you want to keep your glute working, you can keep your foot off the mat. Your right foot. You know what I mean? Okay, so hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. You're looking straight ahead. Your neck is nice and long. Your left fingertips are reaching away from your left toes. So feel that long line, left fingertips from left toes. Reach, 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 and then just lifting from your left inner thigh. So lift up as high as you can and hold. That's left inner thigh lifting. You got it. Take a breath when you're there, and then just lower to a hover. So don't worry about where your foot goes. Think about your thigh. Your thigh bone lifts. That's your femur. Squeeze it up, and then lower to a hover. Right hand can be in front of you as long as you're not putting all your weight into it. A good place is your hip, right hip, and control your limit. So go 5 more. Exhale as you squeeze. Feel those abs deepen. Remember, this is not just an inner thigh exercise. Ab exercise. And down. Each time you come down, you're not resting, are you? You're just coming to a hover, right? Hover. And up. And you're working as you lower. You're still working as you lift, right? It's a journey. It's not a destination. Don't try and get to the top and then the bottom. Work as you lift. Keep working as you lower. Let's go one more. Lift up and stay. Hold at the top. Now 1 inch up. Hold. 1 inch down. Hold. 1 inch up. Hold. 1 inch down. Hold. Go 6 more. Little tiny pulses. 5. And those abs deepening. 4. 3. Last 2. Last one. Hold at the top. Stay right there. Now circle that leg around. Small little circles. Think about that femur again. Circling in your hip socket. Go 4. 3. 2. Last one. Other direction. Small little circles, you got it. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then lower all the way down. Grab your ball, pop it off to the side, and then bend your legs so your heels are underneath your bottom. Heels, tailbone, shoulders, shoulder blades, and the back of your head all in line. Up your right hand on your right hip. Okay, so we're going to keep those hips nice and steady. Clamshell that top leg up. So hold when you get up there. Got it? Perfect. Okay. Feel that right outer glute holding you up there. So you can go one extra little inch and then slowly lower to a hover. So you're lifting, that is work. As you lower back down, keep working. Imagine you have like very heavy, a very, very heavy weight on your right thigh. You don't want to let your leg just snap down. Resist. Go nice and slow. Control it down. Up and control, right? You could not work at all on the way down, or you could really, really work. 3. Go for 2. And you're ready. One more. You're going to go to the top and stay. That nice high point. Definitely feel your right outer glute, right? Now extend your leg from there. So try not to let your knee lift or lower. Just extend, bend your leg back in, and then back down to that clamshell. So start that whole thing again. Clamshell up. Extend your leg from there. Bend it in, keeping your knee high, and then clamshell down. You got it. So 6 more like that. Up for 1, extend for 2, bend back in, 3, knee is high, down for 4. You got it. Up, reach, in, and down. Now think about what's happening with your core. Are you using your abs to stabilize? Are your left ribs pressing down? Hopefully not, right? Left ribs should be lifting a little bit. Up, up, down, and down. You got it. 2 more. Up, up, down. Your head is nice and heavy on that left arm, so your neck is relaxed. Last one. Up, down, and down. And then just extend that leg straight out underneath. So like you're stepping down onto the ground or something. Yeah. Okay, so you're about hip height with those toes. From here, you're going to circle your leg around. So as you're circling here, your pelvis is staying still. Awesome. Parallel legs to your knee points forward now. 3, 2, last one, other direction, just a smooth little movement. 5, 4, 2, last one, and then bend all the way in. Awesome, guys. Okay, so come onto your back. Let's give our inner thighs a little stretch. So soles of your feet can be together, like your knees fall open. Take a couple of little breaths there. Letting the weight of your legs move into a bit of stretch. Ribs hugging around your center, still being neutral, even as you're stretching here. And then let's hug our right foot in front of our left knee. Hug that left knee in tight. Still neutral as you hug that left knee in. Your right knee can open out a little wider. Okay, guys. And let's do the same on the other side. So start with that ball again under your left knee this time. Left knee on top of the ball. Right leg is long. Nice long spine. So you're looking kind of straight ahead. Nice long neck. Head is heavy on that right arm. And then your right ribs are lifting, right? So if your left hand is on the mat, that's fine. Just try not to put all your weight into it or roll your shoulder forward. Keep those hips stacked and then just squeeze your right leg up. Lift to your high point there and then slow lower to a hover. So remember, you have the option to keep your left foot lifted off the mat. You can let it rest. It doesn't matter. A little more hard to stabilize with your foot lifted. So a little extra abs, which and so remember, it's work to lift. but it's still work to lower, right? Exhale as you lift and inhale as you come down. Each time you squeeze and lift, think about that femur moving in space, your thigh bone. Don't worry about where your foot goes. A little squeeze and control. The more little squeeze and control. Your core is working directly with this inner thigh. Each time you lift your leg, you abs deepen that bit. Last two. One more squeeze up and stay. Now from there, circle that leg around. So just small little circles and stay in that upper range there. Again, that's your thigh bone circling around. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. 3, 2, last one, other direction. Reaching 4, 3, 2, last one, and then lower all the way down. Okay, pop the ball up to the side, and then bring your heels underneath your bum. That clamshell, still neutral, right? So you're not tucking under, waistlines are long, ribs still tight around your center, right ribs that little bit lifting. Clamshell that left leg up. When you get up to the top, take a breath, get that extra little squeeze if you can. Remember, when you lower your leg, you want to keep that connection. So you're lowering down as if you've got a big weight on that left leg. You don't want it to snap down. Lift up, press against that weight, and then resist down. You're lifting, you're working for sure. You're lowering down, you're still working. And up and control. The key is not letting your hips move, right? You can lift your leg and pull your hip, so you're not going to feel much in your glute. That's where your core comes into it. Put 3 more. That's 2. Last one. Let's go up and then stay. So you're at your high point, right? Your left knee is going to stay where it is. You're going to extend your leg. You're going to bend it back in, keeping your knee high, and then you're going to clamshell back down. So up, that's an isometric hold as you extend your leg. It's still a hold as you bend, and then you lower back down. So the whole 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all work, right? You're not letting gravity pull your leg down at any point there. If one section feels easier than another, maybe you are letting gravity work, right? That's hard. That's hard. This is hard. This is still hard. Go 4 more. Up, down, and down. And then think of that idea of reaching, right? You're extending your leg. Really reach away from the center of your body. Bend in. Your knee is still reaching and lower. Up, reach, down, and down. Let's go 1 more. We're going to go up, reach, down, and down. And then just extend your legs straight out underneath you. So right out, really reach through your toes. You're going to split around. So just small little circles. Your hips nice and still, so you're not nearly as high as you were before. Think about that pelvis. Staying still. That's low abs again. Go 4, 3, 2. Last one. Other direction again. Smooth little movement. Keep that core working. 4, 3, 2. Last one, and then just bend right in. Okay. Come onto your backs again. We'll let those feet, or let your feet come together, let your knees fall open for a little stretch. And try and stay neutral. Ribs still tight around your center, little space behind your lumbar spine. Then bend your left knee, pop it in front of your right. Tuck that right knee nice and tight with that left foot. So again, even weight to both sides of your pelvis. Nice long waistline, still neutral. Okay. Now grab your ball at the weights at either side. Weights within an arm's reach. I'll give you an option for those. We're going to grab our ball and put it underneath our tailbone. So really make sure it's towards your tailbone, not in your low back. And if you feel your low back as we're doing this, move it further towards your heels, right? So just have your weights resting by your side. I'm not going to use them just yet. We're going to start just resting heavy on top of the ball. Let's take a couple of breaths, let the back of our rib cage get heavy. Think about the front of your ribs sort of drawing together, like you have that corset around your rib cage. Your pelvis is neutral, right? And then start just lifting your heels. So you're just on your toes, light touch with your toes on the mat. Turn your palms to face up, so really just opening up through your chest. And then bring your right leg to tabletop, so knee above your hip. And then bring your left up as well. Okay, so keep those knees on top of your hips. If you've done this before, you're welcome to grab your weights and reach your arms up. If not, I would keep your arms down to start. If you're feeling really strong and steady, you can go ahead and lift your arms up with your weights. All right, and this is kind of a good ground zero. So we'll start from here. Just reach your right leg. So really think length, right toes reaching away from the top of your head, and then bring that right leg back in. And then do the same thing left. Reaching, and then slow come back. Got we can add an arm, right leg reach, and then come back in. Left arm, left leg reach, and then right back through center. So as you're reaching, really think about that length. Right fingertips reach from right toe. That whole right waistline is long. Left, same thing. Reach, have a little pause, and right back in. One more each way like this. Reach, and in. Stability is the most important thing. So don't think that lifting, using the weights is going to be better. Let's hold with arms up and legs together. You ready? Let's try a diamond. So open your knees into a diamond. Your right leg is going to extend to the side. And then bring it back in. Now go left. And kind of add an arm. We're going to do opposite arms now. Right leg, left arm. And back in. Right arm, left leg. Reach. And back. Exhale. Reach those left fingertips from your right toes. So reach on a diagonal. And in. And reach. Diagonal. One more each way. Find that leg. In. Lengthen out. Back in. Bring those thighs back together. Stay there. Really ground your shoulders on the mat. We're going to extend our legs up to the ceiling. Hold there. You're still neutral. Doesn't matter if your legs are totally straight. We're going to scissor. Reach your right leg away. Left leg pulls towards you slightly. And then back in. And then left. Find that stability on your ball. You can add an arm if you want. Right arm, right leg. And in, left and left. You want to try both arms, both legs. Don't need to go low, just reach. And back, stick with single legs if you want to. We're going to go 5. And 4 more. Exhale. In 3. Keep those ribs hugging around your center. Don't let that back arch. And if you feel your back, don't go too low. Last one, let's reach. Come all the way back in. Lower your right, lower your left, lower those arms. Press into your heels, lift your hips right on up to the ceiling. Ball off to the side. Keep a little breath up at the top there. So hips lifting, knees reaching, and then roll down. So soften through that spine. 1 vertebrae at a time, right down to neutral. Stay when you're down there, take a breath. And then let's come back up against the belly button and press. Nice big breath. Slowly roll. Awesome. All right. Let's climb up. Let's come to a 4-point kneel now. So hands under your shoulders, knees under. And find neutral, right? So waistline is still long, ribs still hugging around your center, not here, not here, there. Okay. Once you're there, I really want you to think about your weight in your legs. So we don't want to let our weight shift side to side as we're moving. We really want to stay as steady as we can. So in your arms and in your legs. So we're going to kick our right leg out. Keep it on the mat. Feel how your weight wants to shift to the left. Don't let it shift to the left, right? You're staying pretty centered, left knee under your left hip, and then lift that right leg. Water. So just about the height doesn't need to go super high. You're still neutral, right? Your ribs are still tight around your center. Let's reach our left arm in front. That feels really unsteady. Keep your arm down. That's fine. Now we're just going to tap down and lift. So inhale as you lower and exhale as you lift. So as you're doing this, just notice if anything in your body changes. If it does, if your back arches as you're moving, don't move quite as far. Don't lift as high. If your hips are shifting, think about that stability coming from your core, right? Trying to keep your body totally still as your leg and your arm move. We're going to go 2 more like this. 1 more. Let's lift, stay. Now we're going to bend our left arm in as we bend our right knee in, and we're going to round our back. So scoop your abs up into a little cat stretch, and then lengthen back just to that nice long line, and then come back in. As you pull in, and then lengthen right out. About 4 more like this. Scoop those abs right up. Movement in your back, movement in your spine isn't from your back, it's from your core, right? Your abs are deepening to pull you into that scoop. 2 more. And reach 1 more like this. And then bring that hand in, bring that leg in, sit yourself back to a self stretch. Take a nice there. Okay. And pull on. The same thing on the other side. So hands back under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Nice long waistline. Take that left leg out without letting your weight shift to the right. You'll lift that left knee up and then extend that right arm in front. If you want to add an arm, now we'll just tap down and lift. So thinking about your nice long spine, tap and lift. So inhaling down, exhale, feel those abs deepen that little bit as you lift. Watching your left elbow doesn't fall. 3, Remember, your whole torso stays pretty still. 2. Last one, let's look back. Now from here, we're going to bring that right elbow in, left knee and around that spine as you pull in, and then go all the way out. All the way in. And all the way out. Nice long spine for 4. Rounding the ribs, your abs that are scooping you. 3. That's 2. Right, and then left leg in again, sit back to that shell stretch. Okay, and then come down onto your tummies. You can have your hands off the mat, so about shoulder height off the mat. Your legs about hip height underneath you. And then just look straight down. Your nose will cover off the mat. So we're gonna do a little extension, just remembering when we're at the height of our extension, we're not looking straight forward, we're still looking down. So it's an upper back extension. Your thoracic spine is what we're really thinking about here. So nose hovers off the mat. You can have a little bit of a press into your arms, into your hands there. So start with your core. So belly button towards your spine a little bit, ribs tighten up around your center. And then from there, begin lengthening your spine. So instead of thinking of lifting, think more about length. So you're going to lead with your nose a little bit. Start reaching your collarbones forward. Start reaching your nose forward a little bit as you lift that upper spine and extend back just slightly. Almost like you're creating a little bit of extra space between each of your vertebrae as you lift. Taking a breath when you're there. Still think about that. Do you have that extra bit of space between those upper thoracic vertebrae and your cervical vertebrae? Or are you crunching in, right? That would be getting rid of space. And while I'm here, this is creating space. Now slowly melts back down. So keeping that length, keeping that space between your vertebrae as you come down. And then do that again. So core connects, ribs tighten up. Think about your shoulder blades kind of sliding down your back as you reach your collarbones forward. Still thinking about that bit of length as you come up. Take a nice breath. Very good. And then slowly lower back down. So still working those upper back extensors on the way down. Let's do that again. Slow and control. They're very good, guys. So go one more. Stay. Really think about that length. Ribs tight around your center, shoulders are slide kind of down your back. Now from here, can you lift your elbows a little bit? You can't, it's okay. And then see if you can lift your hands. So now you're just supporting yourself here with those upper back extensors. See if you can create a little extra bit of length as you reach your arms forward. And then pull those elbows back in. Feel your low back or it just doesn't feel good, keep your hands down. So one more, keep lengthening that spine with that extra little bit of space between each vertebrae. Arms in, lower them down, lower your upper body all the way, and then press yourself back again. don't smile, but trust me, some of them. Oh. Okay, guys, ready? Come on back. So hands back under those shoulders, knees back under your hips. We're gonna do a little cat house, just rocking that tail, scoop up, rounding, really press away from your palms as your head drops. Rocking your tail, scoop around. That tail, let that head be head. Just come back to your right leg out, so really reach for your right heel. And then you're gonna kick your left out as well. So heels reach away from the top of your head. Take a nice couple of breaths there, really thinking length through your spine. Head is not here or here. And then from there, just bend your right knee down without letting your hips drop. And then kick back out through your right heel. Same thing left. So left knee bends in, hips stay high, and then extend back. Let's do that again. So right knee, but hips up, and then left, and back, and then tuck your chin, scoop those abs, press yourself right back to a downward dog. Holding their heels just as long as it feels good. There. Lift your heels so you're right up to the toes. And then press them down again. That up onto your toes. You're going to shift your weight from your feet into your here. Come back to that plank and stay. This time, both knees are going to come down, but your hips aren't going to come down. So knees come down, hips stay up, and then press reach through your heels. Knees again. And press. Two more like that. Knees down. And press. One more. Press. And shift your way back to those heels all the way. This time, let's bend one knee, press the opposite heel down. Shift. One more. And then let's lift our right leg up to the ceiling. We'll step it in between our hands. A little lunge. You can either move down or up, whatever feels good. Let that left hip flexor have a little bit of stretch out there. Take a couple breaths when you're there. Yeah. Whatever feels good. And then you can step your left hand down, whether you're up here or down, it doesn't matter. And then reach your right arm to the ceiling. Have a little twist there. Really think about that reach. Right fingertips are reaching up and left palm presses down. Take a good couple of breaths there. Step that right hand down and then turn your right leg right out and down for a little hip stretch there. And just as far as that feels good, you can come all the way down. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Roll your left toes under. Step your right foot back. Press back to that downward dog again. turn that left knee out and then come down for a little left stretch. Walk those hands underneath those shoulders, curl your right toes under, step your left knee back, and then tuck your chin. Way back. When you're ready, just walk those hands in, feet. Taking that forward fold, just let those shoulders out, roll them, weight back into your heels, and then guys, feel good? Thank you.
Hi, guys.